Cover Killer Nation, how brutal are you? Are you brutal enough? Are you extreme enough? Are you prepared to endure 6 tracks of covers and 1 original track? Are you brutal enough, extreme enough to handle History Repeats, the new album by Dying Fetus, which just dropped yesterday? I think you are. Now, for those of you who are unfamiliar with Dying Fetus' sound, if you don't really know who they are, where you been? Where you been? Seriously, why are you watching this video if you don't know who Dying Fetus is? Because you want to get into death metal? Really? Well, that's perfect! That's fantastic! I'm glad that we can become friends on such a glorious of day where you just dive headlong, dive face first into the deep end of death metal, because this is an album that's going to be perfect for you. Why? Let's go through the 6 names, the 6 bands that are being covered in this collection by Dying Fetus. And you'll notice, and I'll tell you exactly why this day is so paramount for you. We have names such as Dehumanized. We have Napalm Death, Broken Hope, Bolt Thrower, Pestilence, and Cannibal Corpse. This is a paramount day for you because Dying Fetus has done you all a favor. If you are being annexed into the realm of death metal, and this is your first exposure, or if you're thinking about it, and you've decided that this will be your first exposure, well, welcome to the fold. Dying Fetus is giving you 6 prime slabs of 6 of the most well-known bands in death metal history, or at least bands that they feel has been extremely important to their development, or just songs that they really enjoyed covering. Dying Fetus has been doing this for years. Now, why do I say that? Because even though this is released here in 2011, Twisted Truth and Born in a Casket, the last 2 tracks on this collection, were actually recorded in 2000 and 2003. Yeah, so this is not so much a collection that they just decided to go to the studio and do. No, they just recorded a couple of them. They recorded a 40-second long original track entitled Rehypnol, which is just, I don't know, weird. And then they went to their vault, and they found a couple more, and were able to finish out this collection. And it's a nice 6-piece slab of death metal history. So if you're one of these people that haven't exactly gone into the deep end, you haven't jumped into the pool because you're afraid of doing it without floaties, and you don't have floaties because floaties make you look like a flaming fuck, well, they're here to push you in. They're here to push you in, and then they're going to let you fend for yourself, but let's face it, they're a fucking death metal band. This metaphor is completely retarded whenever it comes to this. Dying Fetus is able to accomplish each and every one of these covers in their individualistic style. You can tell that there have been different eras to Dying Fetus. You can tell that there have been different eras that were recorded for individual songs on this record. And that's something that's good. They leave that individualistic aspect in there. They don't update everything. They went into the vault, they found the songs, and they decided, fuck it, they're good enough whenever we recorded them back then, god damn it, we're going to just throw them on the fucking record for everybody else to listen to. I applaud that. That takes a lot of respect for yourself and respect for what you've been able to accomplish throughout the years. Because I know, from doing this for a couple of years, I even wanted to update my first review of all time. Let's face it, I wasn't satisfied enough with it. They said, fuck you, I'm satisfied with this, we're throwing it on there. And let me tell you, it's done very well. Now, don't let the 21-minute long length fool you. This is 7 tracks, however they're short. 40 seconds for the only original track on here, 2 minutes for the Broken Hope song. Napalm Death, you know it's short. In fact, the longest song on here is Bolt Thrower, and Pestilence is one that's right behind by about a minute. So these are songs that are exhibiting that death metal is meant to be fast, it's meant to be brutal, it's meant to be violent, it's meant to steamroll over you, it's meant to take a piss on you, it's meant to beat you to death and then fuck your corpse. And that is what they're able to accomplish, as only Dying Fetus can. Because Dying Fetus has a style all their own. However, they're incorporating that style to pay tribute to the titans of the death metal race, of the death metal genre, the death metal elite, the death metal core, and they do it well. This is something where it's not a studio record, so maybe a lot of fans are thinking to themselves, maybe I'll skip this release. But if you want something that's fun, if you want something that's very historic and still maintains death metal and Dying Fetus's ferocious ferocity, redundancy, yeah, this is the album that you should definitely pick up. And on top of that, for no money down, if you want to get into death metal and you need a little push. If you like Dying Fetus a little bit, but you just think to yourself, I just like that one band. I just like Dying Fetus. After that, I'm off the junk for good. Pick this up. It's going to change your life. You're going to get into death metal. You're going to want to collect the albums from these bands that are on the back here, if you haven't already. And you're going to have even more respect for the experience that you're about to endeavor in. You're going to have more respect for the mountain that you're about to climb, which is the mountain straight to hell of death metal.